He's just background noise, my sister Olivia said casually, sliding a glass of water toward my son while her daughters ordered $120 Wagyu steaks like it was nothing. My mother nodded in agreement. Lucas needs to learn where he belongs. I forced a small smile. Noted. When the chef stepped into the dining room, something inside me shifted, but before that, I looked at Lucas. He had shrunk. That's the only way to describe it. His shoulders curved inward. His eyes stayed locked on the empty space in front of him where a plate should have been. He was 14 years old, and his own family had just erased him. My mother, Sarah, didn't correct Olivia. She didn't apologize. She leaned forward gracefully, her pearl necklace softly tapping against her wine glass. "Olivia's right, Brooke," she said calmly. "Lucas needs to understand his place at a dinner like this." His place. Those words lingered like poison in the air. I know what you're probably thinking. Why didn't I stand up? Why didn't I yell? Why didn't I grab my son and walk out? I wish I had. God, I wish I had. But when you spend your entire life being taught that your voice doesn't matter, eventually, you stop using it. It's a kind of conditioning, a silent prison built from years of small dismissals, quiet humiliations, constant reminders that you were never quite enough. You stop fighting, because fighting only makes it worse. So you learn to survive. You nod. You stay quiet. You disappear. My silence wasn't weakness, it was survival. It was the armor I'd built over 38 years of being the unwanted daughter. So I nodded. Just barely. Lucas took a careful sip of his water. He wouldn't look at me. He was ashamed. And I was ashamed of myself. The server, Jenna, returned. Her eyes flicked to Lucas's empty place setting, then to me. I saw the pity there, and somehow, that hurt more than the cruelty. She poured the wine, $150 Chardonnay. One glass for my mother, one for Olivia, one for me. Sparkling cider for Chloe and Kayla in elegant flutes. Lucas got nothing but tap water. Then came the bread. Warm sourdough, soft focaccia. Olivia grabbed the basket first, offered it to her daughters, then to my mother, then placed it far away, out of Lucas's reach. He stared at it. He was growing. He was always hungry. "Mom," he whispered, "can I have some bread?" Before I could answer, "Oh, Lucas," Olivia said sweetly, "don't fill up. You're not eating tonight, remember?" My mother smiled faintly and took a delicate bite, and I said nothing. But something inside me had started changing. Not loud, not explosive. Cold. Quiet. And watching. Counting. A few minutes later, my mother tapped her glass. "Everyone, may I say something?" She stood, glowing with pride. "To my daughter Olivia," she said, "who understood ambition, who built a beautiful life, who raised exceptional children." She smiled at her granddaughters. "You prove what happens when you don't settle for less." Her eyes flicked toward me, just for a moment, long enough. Everyone cheered, except us. Lucas and I stayed silent. That's when I understood something. This wasn't just favoritism. This was roles. Olivia was the golden child. I was the black sheep. She was the star. I was the shadow that made her shine brighter. They needed me to be less, because if I wasn't, she wouldn't be more. Then the steaks arrived. 4 perfect Wagyu steaks, and nothing for my son. Lucas stared at the table. His lip trembled. He was trying not to cry. That's when something inside me broke. No, not broke. Ended. They could humiliate me, but not him. Never him. I looked across the dining room and saw him. Chef Kenneth. My chef. He hadn't seen me yet. My heart was calm. Completely calm. I raised my hand. "Excuse me, chef." My family froze. Kenneth turned, recognized me, walked over. "Mrs. Foster?" he said respectfully. My family went silent. "Mrs. Foster?" My mother frowned. I smiled. "I'd like to introduce you to my family," I said. Then I looked at them. "I'm the owner of this restaurant." Silence. Absolute silence. "I own Vespertine." Forks dropped. Faces drained. Shock, confusion, fear, and finally, understanding. They had just tried to erase the owner's son. I turned to Kenneth. "My son hasn't eaten." He nodded immediately. "What would he like?" I looked at Lucas. "The Wagyu steak," I said, "and dessert." Then I turned back to my family. "And bring them the check. $810. Olivia's card declined. My mother paid." They left in silence. Lucas and I moved to the best table. He ate, he smiled, and I told him, "You are not background noise. You are the main character."